Yeah, don't shoot me. Yeah, I don't think anyone really knows how this thing works yet, but because they said one streamer did it, but they're currently on a mission after you unlock the lab or whatever. So no one's really saying how you do it right now. So you might have to wait until people figure it out.
So wait, the streamer didn't post on how he did it?
Well, no, he's still streaming right now because they're not completely done. They're on like a special mission or whatever.
Well, how do you get access to that special mission?
You have to unlock the door. But I mean, I'm saying like he did it, but the only way to find out right now is to watch the stream, I guess, like from the beginning. And I don't know if you can do that while he's live, but I'm sure he'll make steps after he's done. But
Who's the streamer?
I just don't see anything. Gothalion, I guess.
Hmm. Um. Machine gun. What machine gun? No, it's saying forge, hammerhead, sniper bow, and machine gun. Like, that doesn't make any sense unless this person made a typo. Okay. Alright. Alright. So... Well, I'll be darned. There is symbols.
It'd be a monkey's uncle.
So there's one right there. And it looks like a solar pattern. There is... Wait, where'd it go? Okay, that's the sniper one. There is solar. There's two symbols so far. There's one there. One there. And there's AU plus FL. And then there's TYD BS. And then there's a cloud. Is there anything on this one? I found the symbols.
Oh, did you? Okay.
But they're all for the, mostly for the hammerhead. A, U plus F, L. Okay, I'm seeing symbols now. E, H, I, N, R. And those three on the panels. Are there any more? Are you supposed to spell something out?
Yeah, you were asking the wrong, the wrong person. I cannot understand what that has going on right there.
I need a rally to a flag. I need ammo. Okay. So there is symbols that you need the Tatar gaze. So you do need forged weapons.
Yeah, that's what I figured. So it sounded like at least.
So yeah, I like the article and what it said. It leaves people. You need these 3 weapons, and it's like, oh well, that means you need access. That this means that this leaves it only to be accessed by the most dedicated of Destiny 2 players. And it's like,
Yeah.
well, I wouldn't necessarily agree with that statement. Because anyone can do the forges, and anyone can grind the weapons. That's why I don't listen to... I listen to streamers for walkthroughs, how to figure stuff out, but as far as reviews of the game go, no. Because I don't think streamers or certain people have an entire and accurate view of this game. Do I think it has issues? Yes, but if I constantly listen to the negative, I am going to eventually become negative. If I forge, for example, puns, forge. I'll forge my own opinion about the game, and then take the account of the opinions of others. I'm still going to go off my opinion because I do enjoy this game. I've been here for a while. But I don't think people should listen to negative people all the time. Which is why I don't go to Twitter and do this and that, and this, that, and the other.
Well, you can use their, what am I trying to say? Use their information, like you said, the helpful walkthroughs and stuff, without having to necessarily agree with everything they say. So.
Mm-hmm. So that's what I do.
There you go. Is that what? Well, you said you talked to J-Man yesterday.
Oh no, I was just talking to him just today, not even an hour ago. So he was on and everything. They were trying to figure everything out, but they just. He says if you figure it out and it appears not to be grindy, because it's the same with the Last Wish raid. He was told that it was super complex and this and that. And granted, there's parts that are, but really aren't, because I'm really starting to I'm starting to figure things out.
Mm-hmm.
And stuff like that. There's a few more steps I need to figure out on the vaults, but besides that, it's not as complicated as people are making it out to be. And so he was wanting to do it, but not everybody's high enough yet.
Oh yeah.
Well, not everybody. People that wants to get it done are not high enough.
Yeah, I haven't even been intentionally trying to level up, but I'm 638, 640. I know plenty of people are 650, but I was just surprised. Because the prime engrams, you can pretty much do anything.
Oh. There is stuff for the bow. Hey, buddy. Why hiding now?
Where's my team at? Why am I the only one on this raid? Or strike?
So... no more. No more. And there's that. So that's knowledge. What does that do? So, there is an order. Obviously, yeah, there is an order. When you shoot them, they do make a pulsating thing, and I did find the one for the bow. So the one for the bow is on a computer, and it says this scroll-looking thing, so it's knowledge. That's clever. And there's fire, cloud with rain, and then a temple. And then there is all sorts of letters. AU plus FL is one.
Oh, AU plus FL?
Yeah, that's an equation. And off to the left, there's TD, YBS. And then there's RN. So there is a puzzle you have to figure out. But, and I'll probably watch that video to figure out, and then have a fire team member come in here with me to do it right. Because yeah, you need all the force. You need the Tatar gaze sniper rifle. You need the bow, and they're selling the bow this week. I have all the weapons.
Oh, are they? Okay.
I have all of the weapons for the forge. So,
how long do forges take to do?
Not long, dude. You're okay. Let me put it in perspective. Big Dame probably can help back me up on this one, but the first forge, I was 506. It was they significantly toned it down.
You were 506.
No, not 506. 606. 606. Okay. The enemies were 615, 625, 630. I honestly wish they would have kept it there for a while because we still would have been able to do it. I would have happened significantly later until I leveled up maybe to 620, 625, but I still would have gotten it. But anyways, I'm kind of glad they didn't keep it as hard as it was. When I got to 610, 615 a week later, I beat it. First forge, and this is really hard. All right, it's 615, 610 range. Forges don't take long. They're 3 stages. You have less than a minute to throw 20 orbs that blue enemies spawn. They're blue. They're different. When you do it, you'll see what I mean. You kill them, grab the orb, throw it. Killing them, it resets the time, adds more time, and it allows you to throw the orb at the forge. Yellow bar, blue enemies give you a lot of time, and I think yellow bars give you some time. It doesn't take too long. Honestly, the hardest forge is probably going to be the second one.
Okay. How long does it take to unlock?
The quest lines are... The quest lines are long, but it's just different missions and stuff. And the third one is the same. Honestly, and this is my opinion on the matter. The third forge to unlock it was less of a grind than the second forge.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Because I heard the third one was pretty long, but...
No, it's less of a grind, honestly. That's because the second one required you... No. Yes. No, the third one requires you to do different events and stuff like that, if I'm remembering correctly. But you have the entire solar system to do it in. It's not like on one specific planet. Some of the steps are, but you can usually guesstimate.
The Minotaur's one?
Yeah, you can usually guesstimate where they're gonna be at because the flags that are events spawn in specific areas, and you just gotta look a video up, and it's pretty easy.
Sure.
But some of the other steps, you can do it anywhere in the solar system. So you could be on Mars waiting for this public event where you know it's going to pop here, but look on Titan to see if it gets there, and then go over there. And then rally the flag, and then get in do the public event. So, the fourth forge, obviously, it's you got to do a puzzle to even start working on it. And you need the Tatarges, the bow, the hammerhead, and yeah, so far. I would just recommend getting all the weapons.
Yeah.
I honestly think it's worth it to buy the annual pass. Speaking for me, I enjoy it. I enjoy the forges. I enjoy the content. It's not the same old stuff. And there's a new raid. And it also allows people to...
Yeah, it was interested in the rage.
It puts more people in the clan that I would kind of invite. No, honestly, to do the raid is what I'm looking at. So it would put more people that are actually willing to do it, like open. And Big Game, you said you wanted to do it too? The new raid. No, do you want to do it though? Yeah. So there's 3.
Okay, well I'll go pick up the annual pass then. I mean, it sounds decent.
I mean, there's 3 forges, give you 3 different weapons. If you're expecting a cinematic campaign, there is cinematics to begin with, and I think there might be some for the Niobe labs, like interactions with Beta. But as far as that, it's mostly adding to the endgame content for more stuff for you to do. Yeah. So,
gotcha.
It's different, but I'm satisfied with it. They didn't just leave us hanging in the dirt.
Sounds good enough.
Curse of Osiris. And I would definitely say this DLC has more things than Curse of Osiris. It's just not available to you. Like, so you're going to have access to everything now. Niobe Labs, all 4 forges. This one, when I first started playing it, and everybody else who got the annual pass, we had to wait until the next forge would unlock, the next forge would unlock, the next forge would unlock.
Oh yeah.
So people can't say that. I heard that people were trying to compare it to Curse of Osiris. Look, the only thing in Curse of Osiris was a campaign, and that's it. It may be a new destination. There was nothing else. There was a few strikes and nightfalls, but outside of that, as far as adding endgame or anything interesting, they proposed an interesting idea, and it was the Info Forest, but they completely failed on executing it. So yeah, there was nothing to compare with that, because right now that everything's out, there's so much more to do. Yeah. So
I mean, sounds good. I like Curse of Osiris fine, so I'm sure I'd like this one too.
Yeah. I mean, I liked the campaign. It was really good. I just wish they executed the Infinite Forest, and then they did something about a year later with the Infinite Forest during the October event, which was nice.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, that's exactly why I don't listen to people.
Exactly why, huh?
Exactly why. Because I do have opinions about the game, and that's because I like the game, honestly. So everything, I feel like if you like something, you're gonna naturally critique it, and those are my critiques.
Between critiquing it and being like, negative about it the whole time. You can be positively critique something. You don't have to say it's good, but there's a certain way to go about it.
It's like most people didn't like the Destiny 2 campaign. I played Destiny 1. There was no campaign. There was no story. There was nothing. It was just like a random set of missions. You had no idea why you were shooting these things called the Fallen or anything. I remember my first reactions to Destiny 2's The Red Wars campaign, and my gosh, I was emotionally struck when I saw my Guardian get kicked off that I was like, wow, good job, Bungie.
Which one again?
The Red War.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was extremely satisfied.
Yeah, I thought I had heard that Destiny didn't have the best campaign because I played it, but it was a little later than when it came out.
Yeah.
And when I played the Destiny 2, I was like, man, that was pretty good.
Yeah, Destiny 1's campaign, like, you would...
I just didn't understand it, but...
No, it wasn't there.
Okay, alright, I was just like, maybe I'm missing something.
The Destiny 1's original campaign that came with the game, there was nothing there. And that's because Bungie decided to do a bunch of things that were pretty foolish mistakes. And they gave you a shell of a game, which they filled in later. Which kind of sucks. Yeah. But, it really got good around Taken King.
Okay.
I did enjoy any and all of the content drops. I will be the one to say that.
Sure.
But it's because I don't... I think it's because I tend to stay away from the
well, like, if you enjoy the base game of Destiny, then why wouldn't you enjoy the content drops?
I mean, I still enjoyed it too.
Unless they really messed up.
I mean, they did mess up, but I still found a lot of things to do. It was still pretty fun. I got it 3 months after the game was released, so I wasn't there in the very, very beginning, but I did wait a while to see if people were still around. My friend finally, he's like, come on, you should get this game, it's really awesome. And I'm like, okay, fine, I'll get it.
You get it.
And then I've been playing it ever since. And I think it's because I don't listen to bash crowds. I call them bash crowds. Because all they have anything to do is say negative things about the game.
Hold on a second. Oh, Return to Zavala. Okay, alright.
Hey.
Because I did something in my... Yeah, there's a pursuit that said complete a strike with all, like, the, Vanguard armor on. And I did that, and it gave me a 606 piece of gear. And I was like, what? That's not powerful. And then there's another quest step that says Return to Zavala. So I guess that's the powerful gear.
Yeah, that's the powerful gear.
Okay.
That 606 might be really good. Actually, it might be even better than the powerful gear, depending on the role.
I have pump action, but I already have that with something better, so...
Yeah, so I guess it's not good.
I have so much armor, I just save it all and then I go through it, that I pretty much have every perk of every type of thing, but I'm just too lazy to go through it on a regular basis because it's too much work.
I have 350 or 400. I think it's 350. It's pushing 400 now, honestly. It's getting close to that.
Mm-hmm.
Out of the entire vault space, which is 500 spaces, I have like 350 to 400 of those filled with just guns and armor that I don't know what to do with.
I just delete it. I'm not like a min-maxer, so like I don't enjoy going through everything and be like, oh, can this get me a little bit? Because I'm like, if I can do the hardest content with a decent roll, even though it's not the best, then like, what's the point of getting a better gun? Besides just like it being a little bit easier, I guess, But I know some people are into that though, which is fine. If they like it, good for them.
Yeah, I like creating different armor sets, and random rolls allows me to do that.
Yeah, that is true.
So like I try to create I don't have anything set in stone, but I think right now I have a pretty good defender build that I use for Crucible. And I'll use it for Nightfalls too.
Gotcha.
Code of the Commander. I'm going to try to make a armor set for Ward of Dawn. And I'm going to try to make an armor set for... the bottom tree is easy, because all I have to do is get the Doomfang Pauldrons. And that goes with bottom tree really nicely. So I got Void taken care of. I've got Solar kind of taken care of. I just need more black armory gear.
Yeah.
And less, because I try to make my Solar class more agile than my Defender class. Because your melting point, you have to be constantly moving around.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
So I try to put at least 4 recovery for that one. 4 or
Mm.
5 if I can get it, and at least like I'll have like 6 resilience and maybe like 5 or 4 mobility, something like that.
Mhm.
And then my striker, I just try to make it go all resilience and
Oh, there you go. I
and
wish I could do that. I like mobility too much.
mobility.
I'm a sucker for mobility,
Well,
and I can't take traction off my legs. I don't care what I have. I can't. I just can't do it.
mobility does allow you to run faster and jump higher and stuff like that. So,
Well, yeah. It just. Well, it doesn't let you run faster. Right? You can walk faster though.
are you serious? Because I could have sworn that on my solar subclass I run faster than my Titan does. My avoid subclass.
I'm pretty sure you can. I'm pretty sure I read you can run, like you can't run faster, but you can walk faster. Certain things let you, like if you have a certain like subclass, like I have a subclass that allows me to sprint faster, but mobility wouldn't necessarily do that, from what I understand.
Got it.
Because everyone was mad when I was reading it initially. They're like, it should make you run faster.
So what I'm thinking is it has the plus. Is it necessary? I'm thinking that one with the plus, the set of symbols with the plus is there that you can combine anything with.
Yeah, gotcha.
And I don't think there's a timer for it. I think you just got to get it right, which is nice if Bungie did that.
Yeah, definitely.
So, and I think the reason why Bungie decided to release them all in time drops is so people didn't burn through the content.
I'm sure. Just the same reason, like I was watching some videos on like the psychology behind Destiny, and the reason they use a lot of the RNG stuff is because it makes people play longer and also keeps people invested longer, as opposed to just being something where it's like you do this one thing and then you're done, and this is what you get for your reward, you know?
Yeah. And so I like it. I just wish they had more quest-based exotics. Like I wish there was more exotics. Like if they were to somehow bring back the old exotics. And here's why I think this, into like long, and they would be long, quests to get them, all the PvP old exotics, and all the old ones, like quests to reforge them and get them from the sands of time or something. And you could, like, for example, for the swords, you would go back to the moon, you would go back to Mars, and then you would go back to parts of old Russia, not necessarily the Cosmodrome, or something along those lines that they allowed to bring back. I think the game would be a whole lot more full. Now, it would change the meta on a lot of things, but that would be fine, honestly. I just wish they would.
I mean, I don't mind like the quest steps being long, but I don't really like it when there's like something where it's like get 500 kills or whatever, like crazy. I'm like, come on now. I just don't feel like my time's being respected.
Well, with the loaded question and the breakneck.
Yeah, those aren't too bad. That's a grind, but it's not a terrible grind, so I don't mind doing those.
Yeah, I think they just styled those differently, so they wouldn't be individual quest steps. They'd just be get all this done.
But like the grind for the breakneck, though, I was like, it's not good enough for me to play that much, because I got the Lunas, but I don't feel like doing it again for the breakneck. It's not that great.
Oh, it's great. I like it.
I heard it's inconsistent, but it's good. Do you have it?
Yeah, I have it.
Oh, you have the breakneck too? Is it good?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's the
Maybe I was wrong then.
It's the only gun that I have to worry about losing primary out of in PvE.
Oh yeah?
I've never run out of primary ammo in PvE. Ever. Ever. This is the first gun I have to worry about that, because of how good and how well the Rampage stacks. And my gosh, does it melt things with shields. Let's say you're out of like shotgun ammo, and you get things to get it to stack the rampage. Oh, with rally barricade, ooh, or the dodge.
Well, you have rampage on that gun.
Yeah, there's rampage, and every time you get it to stack, the RPM, yeah, it stacks up the gun, makes the gun fire faster. So it is, I think what they said is the highest. I think it was like the king of PvE right now for damage wise.
Oh, I didn't even know it was good for PvE. I just heard some people doing it in PvP, saying it would hit people sometimes, like when they're rushing you, but other times it might miss them for some reason. But
I think
I
it's
don't know
because
if that's
their
true or
aim
not.
is a little bit off.
I don't think so. These are like the top PvP guys, like Cammy Cakes and like Drewski and stuff like that. Only play PvP.
Well, I would argue that they're using the gun for the wrong purposes then, because that seems more like a PvE based gun, while the Bygones and the Masterwork Trust are more of along the lines of PvP. This is why people use them.
Yeah, they weren't saying anything from a PvE standpoint, so that's why I hadn't heard about it.
Yeah, for PvE standpoint, it's fantastic. I would never use it in Crucible. Ever. Because I don't think the gun would perform that great, because one, there's not enough enemies for the rampage. And let's say you get the rampage stacked, right? And they all disappear. And it's like, it goes out. So, I find Bygones with rampage more situationally better because it's longer range. And even if they're running away, and if I got rampage stacked, it helps greatly. So, and I think auto rifles are, in general, less accurate than pulse or scouts.
I gotcha.
But one thing I've noticed, though, is I really need to work on my aim in both PvP and PvE.
With what?
Anything.
Oh, with anything?
Sniper rifles, I hit my target 67 to 70% of the time. It is the highest accuracy weapon I have, mainly because I have to be accurate in order for it to be effective.
With a sniper rifle?
Yes. And that's... I don't really use it for PvP, but I use it for PvE. But what I noticed is one of the things that would make me better at PvP is aiming.
Yeah. Well, what I do is I just go into a heroic adventure or whatever and take the guns I want to get good with in PvP, and then I just go through it and slowly try to aim and try to like speed it up so like you're a little uncomfortable with how quick you have to aim and stuff. But it helps me kind of just focus on that, because it's hard for me to focus on aiming while I'm in PvP at least.
Okay, so back to Quest. All right, and I it's like anything. I may do the raids later than everybody else, and that's fine.
Well, I don't mind doing stuff later. Like, I had a lot of fun doing Icola stuff, and I did that, 6 months after it came out? So I don't care.
So, like,
I'd rather take my time.
Spyro Stars, I know I'm going to get that done.
I haven't done that one. Have you done that one?
No, but I want to. It's probably
I want to do that too. We should do it.
Yeah, I want to do it so bad. It's fun. I mean, I'll say there is mechanics to it, but there's not as mechanic intensive as Last Wishes.
Well, sure.
The boss, though,
I would be down for doing that.
The boss, though, I would say is more mechanic intensive than than Riven, because Riven is just simple. You shoot her in the mouth. This boss, it's well, and then you got to carry her heart, then you got to do a bunch of other things. So I think they're equal, but they're in their different ways. So it's kind of hard to compare the two. With this boss, there's like 7 things you have to do for a damage phase, or 5 things. It's first off, you all get like, you could say tainted. I can't remember what the word was. And you have to pass the ball to each other to take it away. There's a ball that shoots out. And then you got to throw it at him. And then there's 2 more that pass out. And you got to do that. Then you have to do something with going into space. Then hitting the corresponding symbols.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. You have to see where the ship is or whatever, something like that.
Yep, you blow up the
Yeah.
ships. And it's pretty much, once you get to that point for damage to the boss, then it's simply rinse and repeat after that. But,
Mm.
and then the final phase, it spits out all kinds of balls, then you get them, then you throw them at them, then you pass them to each other quickly, or you all get them and you throw it at them, and then you damage them, and then it's over. It sounds simple, that's really like a bland version, it's not like detailed. I would definitely watch it. I'm definitely gonna watch a refresher video, even though I have gotten to the boss a bunch of times, but I have not
Oh, have you?
completed it. Yeah,
Who
I
do you
haven't.
run? Who do you raid with?
I'm gonna have to try to reach out to See God Exodus like I did before. Christian Guardians of Destiny. They have a website on Facebook. It's called Nightwatch.
Okay.
And that's where well, what's today's date? Yeah. Yeah. Like, I want to get Prestige Leviathan done, because I still need to get that done. For the
Oh yeah, that's a pain unless you have a decent group. But if you have a decent group, it's not terrible. The last part can take a while though. I've only done it once, but I did LFG.
Yeah. So.
But I mean, it's not bad. But you just have to be ready for it.
Like again, like that's another one that I've gotten to the boss, and like damage wise, no problem. It's the Shadow Room that's the problem, which is the general case. So I mean, those two raids I have my eyes on. My eyes are going cross-eyed though, because one's in one direction, the other's another one. So it's like I'm kind of looking at them both. You know, I'm gonna get you. Last Wish, I got that one done in a decent amount of time. I got 6 clears with that. I want to do more clears before I feel like I am capable of leading a raid team personally.
And how many clears did you get?
6.
Oh wow, that's quite a bit.
Well, to lead a raid, I feel that you have to have at least anywhere. You could have about 5, but I still don't know enough about the raid with the 6, and I've just about done every part, so it's just a matter of just doing it. I feel that if you have done a raid at least 10 to 15 times, then you're qualified to be a quote-unquote Sherpa, which is kind of like an experienced guide through a raid.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a really nothing crazy, nothing like 50 or 80. At that point, you're.
I've seen people seeing that. I'm like, what? What do you do with your life besides play this game?
There's a guy that I know that has like 100 and something clears on Last Wish.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's nuts. But anyways, it's one of those things where I feel like if you have 10 to 15, then you're qualified to consider yourself able to lead a raid. If you have done every part, now you have to challenge yourself each time, which is what I did. So there's still 2 parts that really confuse me. Third part is kind of foggy, but I'm getting it. So I think if I were to get a team, I think 10 more tries, then I would feel comfortable. I'm not saying that I wouldn't want to go in there with like anyone right now, because I know enough about the first half of the raid to explain without looking up a video to explain the rest. So I know enough about the first half.
Gotcha.
It's the second half that I would have to look up a video, because some parts I still don't quite understand myself. So that's why I want to get a raid team together, so we get used to playing with each other. And I know Miller wants to, but he's taking a break because he's burned out on Destiny. He wants to though. Technically, his brother went through it because they share the same account. But yeah.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
So I think I'm gonna wait until Githalion comes out with a breakdown video, because honestly,
I would probably do that too.
I don't think it's going to be as complicated again as people are making it out to be, like the super crazy.
Well, it never is as complicated once they figure it out, but until then.
Yeah, I mean, it seems overwhelming.
Yeah. I never try to figure it out by myself. I just don't have the intelligence or something. I'm just like, oh wait.
Well, this is different. I mean, there's a random set of symbols. I would be here for hours trying to figure this out. It's just I don't play this game for a living. So that's, and you don't play this game for a living, and Big Dame doesn't play this game for a living. Oh, right.
What are
now
we
I
thinking?
do. Oh, right now I do.
I should play this game for a living if I had the skill.
Oh, right now no.
Probably wouldn't be able to do it either. I'm like, I would never be able to be a game developer because I would be like, I would hate my life. Like, yeah, they have to work so hard. And like, they don't just have 40-hour weeks from what I hear. It's like pretty intense. Like, last thing I would want to do when I come home is play a game.
But here's another thing that I feel is the case. I think streamers are given advice because some of them are good friends with people in Bungie. So I think some of them are given advice on things. I don't know how you would figure this out.
Yeah, I don't know.
Honest. Oh, whoa, I saw something. Oh, there's a jade rabbit. There's a rabbit on the wall. Oh, and there's a pot plant too. Wow. Bungie, really? Are you serious? So there's more symbols, actually, than just the ones that I put. The one, you know where the pillars were at? Those 3 pillars that kind of went up to the ceiling next to this set of computers that was hanging down like a chandelier. Okay, most of the symbols are on there, but if you jump down and still looking at the back of the room where the door is at, if you take out the Tatar gaze and look at the back wall, there is a 2 symbols on the again pillars that go leading up. So there's another symbol too. There is more symbols in this room. Okay, I'm gonna try to find all the symbols now because I thought there was just those. Thought I figured it out. I felt cool, but no.
Not quite.
No.
Oh, sorry, man.
So what I'm doing is I'm moving aimlessly around my room and hoping I see something blue. Nope. So there's those there.
Cash found with this descent.
And is there anything up here? So let me get up somewhere high. I feel like I'm gonna be more effective at this if I get somewhere higher. There's one there. There's one there. Yeah, there's temple. So there's a set of Chinese-ish diagrams, temples. Something that you'd find in like a Buddhist monk type thing. At the back there's bamboo. So that's China. Oh, I found the second thing with my bow. There is, what is that? Ocean? Yep, I saw something. Oh yeah, there is more things. Nothing there?
Are you still in that lab?
Yeah, there's more symbols. I just found more. I found a rose and what looks like to be the ocean. And that's the one on the same, the ocean's on the same one as the scroll. So is there anything else here? No. So we have, let's just call that China back there. You got China, a rabbit, and a what's this other one? A pot plant. Okay. That's literally what it is. I'm gonna send you a picture.
It's a pot plant?
Like it's super similar. Like I'm gonna take a
Mm.
picture right now and send it to you and see what you think of this. Both
Yeah,
of
it
you.
probably is.
All right. That's probably what everybody's gonna call it for an acronym too. Shoot the pot plant. So I'm gonna send it to you. If my game station will ever load. So, yeah. PS4. Yeah.
Oh, kinda, but it's not as bad as when I played Call of Duty Ghosts. They had a camera you could buy that was literally marijuana plants.
So we got China in the back room. I'm just gonna call that China with the rabbit and the pot plant.
Okay.
Or the leaf. And then we got numbers, symbols on the pillars. Then we've got rows. And probably more, to be honest. So I'm going to keep looking around this room because I feel like there's more. There's that one there I've already discovered. Yep. Is there anything in the back wall? There has to be a clue in here. Like, if you're gonna put a puzzle in a game, like other games put clues. Unless it's from the lore. And I'm just kind of thinking. So there's none on there, besides the one right there. There's none there. There has to be a clue. There has to be.
Somewhere, huh?
Yeah, I don't see how you'd figure out this randomness. And that's the thing I'm gonna have with Bungie. If they're gonna put puzzle in here, they need to at least put a set of clues, like a riddle that you have to figure out, because that would be more to go off on than just oh, here's a bunch of symbols in a room, just figure it out.
Yeah, that's true.
But there's probably is a clue, and that's how.
Probably.
Yeah.
Or they got inside information. Which, honestly, I would doubt it. Just saying.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
I gotta.
hey, hook me up and I'll, hey, hook me up and
Mm-hmm.
I'll do this, or I will do this or that, or come on, hey, can you give me just one? All right, buddy. Here's the hint. You gotta go here and you gotta do this, and then you gotta look at this. Okay, great. Gathalion.
Great.
Gathalion. 20 minutes later, I have 2 hours later. I have completed the symbols and are going to a secret mission. That's how I think it went down.
Yeah, a whole conspiracy theory going on.
Oh no, because they are. I've heard J-Man say they are good friends with people inside Bungie, with members of Bungie. They do play with them.
I'm sure.
Yeah, so I mean, come on.
Come on.
It's like, do you need any more evidence? If you were good friends with somebody inside a company, wouldn't you wanna figure something out, and do this or that?
Seems like a whole lot of work to be able to do a game, like, get to the labs like a day earlier than everybody else, but I guess that's what he does for a living, so.
Yeah. No, it's literally only been out for 2 hours, and apparently, no, like an hour and some odd minutes, and I think he figured it in like an hour and 45 from my understanding. I could be wrong, it could be 2 hours, but still. In 2 hours, you're telling me you figured out this random jumble of mess that has no absolute clue or basis inside this room? Come on. I'm sorry.
Apparently.
I'm a puzzle guy, and I figured out puzzles in other games too.
Mm-hmm.
Because they had clues nearby, and I played.
Puzzle guy.
I wouldn't say I'm a puzzle guy, but I have figured out stuff, and in a decent amount of time. But I have never figured out something ever if it's just a random jumble of mess and there's nothing in there.
Mm-hmm.
But none of the games I've played have done that. Except for this one.
Except for this one. How on earth do you get that, oh, that's it. Complete Vanguard bounties to earn the Nightshade Pulse Rifle. Okay.
I am rather curious, however, on... Oh, they have freaking Hot Pockets! Oh, come here.
Hot Pockets?
Come here. Come here. You are mine. My own.
What are you doing?
Oh, sweet.
Did you find some Hot Pockets you wanted? I assume?
I found Hot Pockets, dude.
I'm happy for you.
Yeah, this is awesome. I love Hot Pockets. Yeah, Hot Pockets are gonna, in my house, if I have a wife, they're gonna be a staple food.
Yeah? That's gonna be a healthy house. I mean, don't worry, I got Hot Pockets in my freezer too, so.
Oh my gosh. Oh, even frozen, they smell so good. Don't freak out, Big Dame. It's okay. You had to know I'm weird at some point. I think you figured it out before this point.
I would hope so.
Dude, I'm so happy right now.
Alright, I'm gonna go take a short break, but I will be back.
Alright.
Go stretch my weary bones.
And maybe we can do a Nightfall, because I'm hoping the corrupted Nightfalls are here. Or some... Besides...
Let me see what the Nightfalls are. Nightfalls are... The Corrupted.
Yes!
Pyramidion.
Yes.
Will of the Thousands.
Yes. Okay. We got this. We're gonna do Nightfalls.
Alright.
Because I want to beat my high score on the Corrupted.
What's your high score, though?
180,000.
180,000? Or 180?
180,000.
Okay, alright, well. That's a little harder, but we can probably still do it.
No, it's pretty easier. It's easier now, honestly.
Okay, well, I will be back in a bit.
Okay. Wait, say that again, Big Dame? Oh. You don't have to mute yourself. I'm fine. I don't... Oh, I know. I'm just letting you know that I don't... Yeah. I get it. No, I'm just letting you know, generally, I don't mind people. I'm not the type of guy to say, hey, no... Because I talk to my dog all the time. On the mic. Nope. And my grandmother, when she talks in. Sometimes when we're having a personal conversation, I'll mute myself, but that's rarely. So yeah, there's a bunch of symbols in this room, more than I thought there was. I wonder if there's any more. You're leveled up. So, I know people that were carried at 5:30 inside that. I did it once. Me and Dead Lady Red, we were we are now. We're 650, and one of her new friends, she asked us for help with the Black Armory stuff, and she's like only 5:30, 5:40 because she just started playing this game like really recently. I think in like like when Forsaken dropped her, or it was sometime this year anyway. So we carried her through the first forge, and she didn't even get the Hammerhead, even though she had the Hammerhead quest active. Like, all you had to do was do the forge. Yeah, she didn't even get that. So I think it's locked behind her needing being up to light level, or her just sitting there in the back of the room not doing anything. Like, I'm pretty sure if she grabbed the ball and threw it at least did that, because she could at least do that. She can't do much to the enemies because they'll just get one-shotted, but, you know. Well, no, she literally was. It's like she did nothing. And I sat there and kind of like said, okay. I just did all of that and you didn't get anything. And that... Oh. No, not yet, dude. I have one last frame for the pulse rifle. And I had got it yesterday. So... Yeah. And see, what's weird is like what people will say is the meta, or like that's the quote unquote perfect role. I don't necessarily consider that sometimes the perfect role, because I'm pretty sure there's some people consider something for the pulse rifle a perfect role for PvP, and most people are using it for that. But I want to roll for PvE because I would like to have more guns to use.
Don't get me wrong, I do want a PvP roll, and I do like my kill clip roll. And I do... With kill clip and PvP, it's a little bit slower paced sometimes, I feel. So you have time to reload and get the perked. Yeah, I'm trying to get Rampage, because Rampage on my Bygone, it works actually pretty well in PvP and PvE. Because once I get it perked, and the next guy steps in front of that, I mean, if all my shots lined up, he'll get melted, and if that gets perked, it'll re-Rampage +3, or +2, kill another guy, it'll get him perked, and another guy steps in. That happened one time with my Bygones. They just kept stepping in line after line, and I just kept melting them. Fun. However, Blast Furnace is what I found out yesterday. Isn't like... I don't think it's going to outbeat Bygones, though. I think it's definitely a new meta. But I don't think it's going to outbeat Bygones in a lot of things. It hits harder. Yeah, for me, it's not going to outbeat it. Because I'm so used to using Bygones. Oh, yeah, that's one thing that gun really needs. I don't like the sights on the pulse rifle, the Blast Furnace. I love my sights for my Bygones, but I don't like them for my pulse rifle. So I'm going to try eating Hot Pockets with Thousand Island dressing and maybe some salsa. Yeah, I like experimenting. Hey, I've had some combinations that, man, they taste really good. And then some do not taste really good. Like I mixed Monster Energy drink with coffee one time. Don't ever do that. The milk instantly curdled inside the coffee. Like instantly. And when I tried drinking that, you can just do activities too. You don't have to do specifically striked. Maybe you do. Maybe I'm looking at it wrong. I don't know. But yeah. For Taken, yeah. And for Crucible sometimes, for Gambit. That gun is really useful for against Taken. So, like, I could see it being used inside the raid. I could see it used in... It's worth it, but it's good. So it's good. Because when you use a little bit extra to Taken, it's good. It's really good against invaders inside Gambit as well. For me, it was the new weapon, I gotta have it. And then it turned into, okay, this is a very situational weapon. It's not good and everything. Like, there's some exotic king cannons. There are none currently, I don't think. No, yeah. that are better than that. Ace of Spades is better in Crucible, regular Crucible, than Malfeasance is. But then again, I would generally argue with that, because as soon as you get hit somebody, if 5 bullets are anywhere in close proximity to each other, they'll go off, and that could kill you. But it's still situational. I wouldn't necessarily use it for quick play. I would use it more for Gambit. But, and I'm gonna see if I can use it for this Nightfall. Because I'm gonna grind the snot out of that Nightfall this week. The Corrupted. I am gonna grind the snot out of that. I've been waiting for that. The Nightfall, the Corrupted. I've been waiting for that Nightfall to show up for ages. A pulse rifle that you need for the Wayfair title. But also on top of that, it's one of my favorite Nightfalls ever. No, I don't. It's the third. I only do it on. I did for a little bit, but only because I only really want to do it when it's week 3, and it is week 3. But I don't know where it's at. I haven't gotten that far yet. I wanted to check out the Niobe Labs, and I have some stuff figured out. So this time I spent messing around in here provided fruit. Nope. Nope. Yeah, it's RNG based. There's like all those chests inside that room, but that card you get, it's the you have a higher chance if you're playing it on all 3 characters, and I don't have enough time, or I don't want to spend that much time on this game to do on all 3 characters. You should put a minor spec on that thing. Because that perks, right, for minor enemies. And then you take it against a major with Rampage and it melts him, and it just keeps going. I have to. Yeah, I have to. It's not something that I want to do. There's things that I do want to get good at it, but I won't go in there without a team. Nope. If I can't communicate with my fellow teammates on where people at, it drives me nuts. That's why I don't normally solo queue. I'll do it for quick play. Because it's quick play. Oh, yesterday we got steamrolled by somebody that... We faced the entire fire team. and quick play. All pretty much had Luna's Howl, and they earned it. They were really good with it. Well, that depends. Because it's more sweaty in quick play, believe it or not, than it is comp sometimes. So yeah. So, yeah. Like, man, I'm trying to figure this out, but it's just so hard. Maybe if I had more people in here, I think. Because I've discovered more symbols than I thought they originally were. I think I've covered the room, but the moment, that's what I thought last time. You know, and then there ended up being more.
So I need to refresh my mind. So there is, in this room, I am going to end the stream, and then I'm going to restart it so I can show you guys.